Hello, chat boys out there. Today in this video, I'm just going to be telling you guys about what I got to on my day at work placement. Last day of work placement tomorrow. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how fast my time at the garden centre has gone. 4 months have just flown by. You know what they say, time flies when you're having fun. I got ready for my day of work placement and had some toast and a cup of tea and got my bag and stuff ready for workplace and got my uniform on. Just wore my work shirt and shorts because it's so warm at the moment. A lot cooler than it was yesterday, and it's a little bit windy now, so it feels good to get a bit of breeze instead of it being super hot. And I then got dropped off at workplace by my mum, and she went off home. My younger brother and sister were at work, and so is my dad and older sister, and my older brother is up in uni. He's back down to live with us for a year or so on Saturday, and then next Wednesday I'm going to be doing some gardening with my grandparents at my grandparents' house with my older brother, and I am looking forward to doing that. And then during the summer holidays I'm going to be helping my dad do some caretaking at the school where he caretakes for, and it's his school's summer fair on the Saturday. Sorry about this, I'm just trying to pull the top up a bit because this is one of my new tops, and I'm a little bit self-conscious about how I feel in this because it's new and I haven't really worn it that much. Got it from London, and yeah, I like this top, but I just don't know how I feel about it. And yeah, also in the summer I'm going to be hopefully doing this workshop thing that helps people getting to work and like with CVs and stuff. And my older brother said that he's going to help me and my mum get into shape. That'll be a miracle. I'm one of those people that tries to eat as healthy as I can, walk a lot and stuff like that, and yet I can never lose any weight. And I just envy people that just eat lots of crap and never gain weight. And I try and eat the most littlest amount of junk food and stuff, and I eat like say one chocolate bar and I'll put on weight. It's just so frustrating. My older sister and young brother are like that. They can just eat and eat and eat and never gain any weight. And I think it just goes to their feet because they've got quite big feet. And I got to work placement, put my bag of stuff away in the staff room, signed in, and then I was finishing off sorting out the book corner with my colleague Amanda, and a bit of the book corner had to be moved as we'd set out wrong, and so Steve, the boss, was not very impressed because we put stuff where it wasn't supposed to be, but there was nowhere for it to go, and we'd just been told to place it there. So we put it in the right place, so he was a lot happier. He went off, and then I set up the rest of the display all on my own because Amanda had to go serve on a till and it was pretty busy, and there was a lot of people waiting in the queues. And I finished it. A few of the books fell over and almost landed on an old person's lap who was in a wheelchair. Luckily, they didn't, and they were this close to falling on her. And she said jokingly, "Well, I wanted to reach one of those books, but at least I don't have to now." So I said, "Oh, I'm obviously sorry about that." Butterfingers, and I then put those away. Marvelled in my masterpiece as it looks very good. Then I went off to the staff room and had my lunch, and I texted home to see how my mum was and treated her a bit. Checked on my mates on my Facebook group chat, posted some photos onto my Instagram as I'd gone on a walk on my break time and got some nice flower snaps, and then just sat and chatted with my colleagues who also came for their lunch. And then on Saturday we're going to be having belated birthday drinks for me and my colleague George, who had our birthdays in June, and then also leavers drinks for me as I finish on Friday. And I'm a little bit sad, anxious, and a bit stressed because I'm like, what am I going to do now that workplace and college are over? But I'm going to be looking for a job, and then I'll keep an eye out for when they start employing again once they've found a buyer of the garden centre, and then hopefully I shall get in because I have shown how hardworking I am and dedicated I am, not missed a day of work placement, and I get on really well with the staff and stuff, so that will be to my advantage. And also, while I am looking for a job, I'm going to do something to do with like landscaping and gardening and stuff, so that will also look good if I do get an interview and stuff, and if I do want to work there, because I can tell them how I've done placement there and then gone off and done different work whilst the employment has been stopped. And yeah, just looking forward to the future. Can't wait to see what the next chapter of my life has to offer. And I then went back out to work for the afternoon and was doing some work in the yard with one of my colleagues, John, who's from Liverpool, and he's got such a great accent. I love the Liverpoolian accent, and we get on like a house on fire, so we had a good chin rag while we were getting on with the work, and we were getting rid of all the stuff that was broken and all the plants that had done and stuff. Then it was the end of my shift, and he kindly got me a vanilla milkshake, and they put extra cream on for me, and I had that. I called home to let my mum know that I would be a little bit late out, but my dad was picking up instead, so he'd called me, but my phone was dead. So when I got to the car, he was not pleased because he'd been sat out in the stinking hot car. And then I said goodbye to my colleague George, who I won't see now until Saturday because he's not in on Fridays, and just thanked him for everything. And I need to remember to get my dad to get a card and some chocolates for me to give to my colleagues tomorrow. And then I got to the car, I signed out and got my bag and stuff, and got to the car, chatted with my dad, and then we made our way home. My dad went off back to work, and he went in my old brother's car, it's back from the garage, and it's got air conditioning, so it's nice and cool. So he went off back to work, and my mum went off and got a haircut at the salon down the road where I did work placement in secondary school at, and the staff and people there are lovely, and they're like our family friends now. We know them so well, and it's just round the corner. So I stayed home while she went there. I know, hard to believe. I used to hate being home alone, but I've got a lot more mature now, and I can now stay home on my own in the daytime, not in the evening though, because it's dark and scary. I don't really like it in the evenings, and I don't think there's quite a lot of people that don't really like being home alone in the evenings. And I popped down and saw that little witty bitty chihuahuas, and they're just so adorable. And my mum's got her hair shaved at the back, and then it's long over the top, so she can tie up in a knot or a ponytail and have the back, and it's the back shaved, and it looks so awesome. Then we got back, and the people there are so lovely to us, and they gave me a massive pile of Hello magazines, as they know how much I love my gossip. Got back and put those in my office, tidied my office a bit, and then went onto my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'm trying to get 3,615 or 16 followers, because I'm trying to get this more followers than this really irritating guy that keeps on pestering me and stuff and being a bit of a butt munch really, and we've got a bit of a Twitter feud going on, and yeah, it just goes up and down, and I'm just frustrated because he keeps on like pestering me, and I'm thinking about blocking him because he's just really irritating. And I played with my memory adult and did a dog photography, and went to go in the shower, got all my stuff ready in the shower, went to my room to get something, went back, and my younger brother jumped into the shower, and he just does whatever he wants, and he's so loud and irritating, banging and crashing on. I mean, when he comes down the steps, it's like a herd of elephants, because he just is so loud. One day he's going to go straight through the stairs because he's just so heavy-footed. And my mum and myself and my siblings and dad have all mentioned to him not to slam the door, because he got the door lock jammed from slamming the door, so we couldn't open and lock the door properly, so dad had to sort that out. So we've said now, if he breaks the door again, it's going to have to come out of his money, because it's getting ridiculous. And my mum told him not to slam the door, and he went out with his mates, and before that he said, I don't slam the door, walked out and shut the door and slammed the door. I don't even think he realises how heavy-handed he is with the door. I mean, he's always slamming it and slamming all the doors in the house. You know when he's home, because you could hear coming down the stairs, boom, 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 and then the door slamming. It's just so irritating. I mean, no wonder I have headaches whenever he's around, because he's just so loud and not good with this heat. Apparently next week, at the end of the week, it's going to rain, and we're going to have a few thunderstorms. Can't wait. I absolutely love the rain. The smell and the sun is just so soothing, and I just love watching the rain dance across the sky as the water trickles down the windows. And yeah, I can't wait to get a little bit of rain so it can be nice and cool. But for the first time in like forever, there's going to be perfect weather for my primary school fair. I'm going there to help my dad do like the voiceover for like the prices and stuff, and my dad plays the music at his and my primary school's fair. So I'm looking forward to seeing all the teachers who I haven't seen for many years, and tell them how college and workplaces and stuff has been, and tell them how I'm 21 and how I'm seeing Kylie Minogue, because all of them know how much I've loved Kylie Minogue. And it'll be good to have a good catch up with some of the teachers who I hadn't seen since I was in primary school. And I can't wait to watch the newest episode of Humans tonight. And I watched some Supernatural episodes, Will of Grace episodes, and Doctor Who episodes. And my younger sister was at work and she's gone off out with her mates. And I got my bag and stuff ready for work placement tomorrow and my lunchbox ready. And I am now off to go watch today's Home Away Neighbours, write my journal a bit, work on the new section of my book, and play my own Bluetooth doll, and have my Bluetooth dolls ready for me to sort out. So I'm going to sort them out later on this evening. I hope you've all had a super duper day. Only one more day until it's the weekend, and I hope you've all had a lovely week. Have a lovely Friday tomorrow and a lovely weekend, and I shall see you soon with a new vlog coming very soon. Bye!